I need to tell some of y'all something. When doing ministry, if you try to bond together and get it out for Jesus, you got to understand that it's not always going to be easy. In fact, I'm going to make it plain. You need to expect obstacles in your way. You need to know that you're going to deal with hellions. You need to know that on your board you're going to have some knuckleheads. You need to know that when you get out and try to do ministry, some folk ain't going to always show up. Sometimes you'll be the only one. You're on the faithful few. But you got to understand that the ministry is not always built upon large numbers of people. Ministry is built upon those committed to making it work. I recognize that these four knew that it was going to be an issue. Especially when they showed up and found out there was folk all over the place and they couldn't get in. Sounds like sometimes you're trying to get somebody to come. Their worst obstacles are folks that are already there. Oh, I know I'm not cruising too good, but that's why you need a strong board of deacons for good discipline. That's why you got to have good deaconess and good mothers that can speak to the ones that come in. Because let me tell y'all something. There's something about being in ministry, there's something about leadership that's connected. Usually when you got folk in strong ministries who are doing what they're doing, when new folk come in, they don't get sidelined by folk who just showed up.
That's right. Preacher.
You got people that know what it's like to continue to keep pressing toward the mark. I need to tell some of y'all that in your ministry, you know what, it's amazing. I thought about kitchen ministry the other day. That's a crazy ministry to be on. Some of y'all tell me back there in the kitchen, everybody crazy back there. Everybody wonder how come you don't fix things, how come you just kept my greens in the back while you put your greens out there? What happened to my macaroni and cheese? You didn't put mine out there. Y'all know how we do it. I've been pastoring a few minutes. I can't know what they are. You got to have somebody that can keep some order back there because we get kind of crazy.
Come on, preacher.
Somebody said, Reverend, you must be losing your mind. You got to stand up there and tell somebody, baby, we don't go around just one time. That's enough for right now. How on more? How come I can't have some more? You know you got a guest church coming. Y'all know I'm that, don't you?
All right.
You got to have somebody on the ministry that can expect obstacles.
Amen.
And know that they'll press their way through.
That's it.
Come on home, Reverend, I am. That's when you know Jesus is in the house. You got to learn, my brothers and my sisters, when you're doing ministry, you got to learn how to love folk enough to get past the obstacles, how to love folk enough to press toward the mark. Sometimes you got to love folk enough to put up with their foolishness. You got to have both faith and fervency. I love you, Lord, and I love you with all my heart, and I got faith, and some of these folk are crazy, and I'm going to keep pressing.
All right now.
You got to have that Jacob spirit for your friends. That Jacob love. What you mean, Reverend? Because you got to be able to say, God, I'm going to wrestle with you for these. And I ain't going to wrestle. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. Go. The press. Talked about the calamitous state of the human life. And Jesus is in the house. I also talked about the charity of those that carried him. But I want to talk about one last thing and I'm going to let you go. When Jesus is in the house, I want you to recognize the compassion of the Christ. The Christ that heals him. That's the power that God uses in ministry. Sometimes it's just not how good we fix the food. It might be real. Your greens might be the best, like, you know, the kind you put the cornbread in and just. Oh, y'all know that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Come on, preacher.
I'm still hungry. It's not about necessarily how much turkey neck you put in it. Did I call it right?
Come on, preacher. Yeah, come on, preacher.
Last time I did this, I messed it up. I'm going in. Turkey wings, turkey necks. Y'all can tell I don't cook. But it's not necessarily how good you cook the greens.
Come on.
It's about how much love you apply when you give it. See, in ministry, we can get caught up on the semantics. We do it this way.
Come on, preacher.
And this is the way we do it. And if you don't do it this way, nobody sits on this bench. I don't care how full the church is, ain't nobody gonna sit on this bench. Why? Because this is the usher's bench.
All right, preacher.
I just drove 45 minutes to get here. And though I'm not an usher, you gonna make me stand up.
Come on, preacher.
But if they ever love me, talking about y'all, don't know, but y'all got plenty of room. Ain't nobody else. But y'all hear where I'm going. When you got love in your ministry, and somebody shows up, you don't care what bitch it is, you make sure they get a seat, because that's ministry.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the compassion of the Christ who heals. Go home, Reverend. I am. Get your greens and eat. I am. On my way to a closure. This won't be the traditional 5-time closing.